Today is the 12th of March 2024, and this will be our fourth lesson on trigonometry. Thank you to everyone who have subscribed to this channel. Okay, please, if this channel is helping you, subscribe, share, like, and follow. Okay, and please, if the account is not yours, ask permission from the account holder. Okay, and then I want to address something. Like, the library is a place of learning. This platform, okay, is a place of learning. Okay, if you can't hear me, you don't have to be here. Okay, you don't have to stay here, you don't have to subscribe. I will appreciate it if you subscribe, like, follow, share. Okay, but if you can't hear me, then I'll be of no use to you. You can't go to the library and start screaming, they'll throw you out. Okay, so this is a place people are getting information from to help in an exam. So it's not because of you alone. I have to stop sharing. So if you can hear, at least you can see. That's what I've written. Follow my notes like script. You have to be here if you have lesson in a few months with your notebook, at least trying to learn how to solve questions and understand the principles of solving some questions, because this is what the platform has been created for. Okay, so if you can't hear, nobody have shackled you here. There are a lot of platforms out there that you can hear, so go there. Okay, and then linking to that, if the account is not yours, ask permission from the account holder. Okay, don't come and muddy the water for the other people who can hear. Okay, so you don't have to listen, but don't make muddy the water and then discourage other people, and then you come and hide and start cramming stuff. Okay, if you are a nice person, what you wish for yourself, you should wish it for other people as well. So that is what I'll say with that. If you can't hear me, you don't have any point, and you can't follow my notes, then this is not your platform. Go and find somewhere else that you can hear. Yeah, and then if you are a scammer, please don't come to this page. You are not welcome. And all the people who are following and subscribing, beware of scammers. Okay. Today, our recap, we're using SOCATOA, okay, to solve right angle triangle questions. A right angle triangle question is an angle with one side 90 degrees. Okay. Sorry I had to begin on that note, but I feel I had to address that because you have exams in a couple of months. I don't want to waste your time. Neither do you also want to waste your time. So if you can't hear, just move on. Find a platform you can hear. You don't have to be on this platform. But I will appreciate it if this platform is helping you to subscribe, share, okay? Because I'll make every effort to get to the information. So if you subscribe, you share, it will help other people as well, okay? Because we are getting a lot of positive views as well, okay? But one person saying they can't hear, you have to find somewhere else. Sorry. Starter. We want to look at fractions into decimals. So far, I've just brought terminating fractions because I want you to understand that if you have a set of fractions and you have prime factors of 2 and 5, okay, they are going to terminate, okay? So I'm repeating them so that it will stick. Because if you go into the exam and the first questions, which of these fractions would terminate? Or this fraction, change this fraction into a decimal and it terminates, okay? Why do you think it terminates? You should be able to say that the denominator has a prime factor of 2 and 5, or only one of those. It's only 2 and 5, or both, that it will terminate. Okay. So let's look at the example. Okay. So we'll look at a lot of these examples in the starter, and then we'll look at recurring ones as well, whilst we do the videos that we want to do, okay? So that it's not like we are learning one thing, we are learning a lot of things, because at this time, I want you, in the 30 minutes I have, I want you to take in as much as possible. 3 over 10, okay, the decimal is 0.3. Okay, the fraction is 3 over 10. If in the 10, it means you should move one step after 3 to the left. Or you can do the long division method. Okay. Now your denominator here is 2 times 5. So you have two prime factors, 2 and 5. So definitely, just by looking at the denominator, you know that the fraction is going to terminate. It is not going to go on like 0.31111. No, it's going to stop. Okay. Now, the second one, 2 over 25 equals 0.08. Okay. Here again, if you have 25 outside and 2 inside, put a decimal point, add 0. 25 cannot go into 20. So you add 0 and 0. 25 times 8 is 200. So it terminates. So our answer is 0.08. The denominator has prime factors 5 and 5. That is why it terminated. Because we've seen that some of the questions, they'll ask you for the reason why. Okay. 3. 7 over 20. Here again, your denominator is 20. So 2 times 10. 10 can be broken down as 2 times 5. Okay. So 2 times 2 times 5. 5 prime factors of 2 and 5. So again, this fraction will terminate. Okay. You can use the long division method, or you can use the calculator method. Whichever method you use, you get 0.35. So I'll leave you to go and do that. And it terminates. Now, we've done some videos on trigonometry. And we started earlier. We looked at 5 videos on Pythagoras. Please go back and watch, even if you're a foundation student. It will help you understand trig a lot. Okay. So our summary so far that we've been learning, with everything we've learned earlier and the trig videos we are putting out now. Okay. Assuming you have a right angle triangle, okay, with 2 sides, and you want to find the length of the third, you apply Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so right angle triangle, you know 2 sides, you want to find the third, apply Pythagoras theorem. Okay, if Pythagoras theorem cannot be applied, but you have an angle given, okay, so here you have an angle and 2 sides, then you use the SOHCAHTOA method, which we did a lot of examples in one of our videos. I showed you how to apply SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so if you have the opposite and the hypotenuse, you use sine. If you know the adjacent and the hypotenuse, you use the cos of the angle. Okay, if you have tan, if you have the opposite and adjacent, you use tan. If you can find the right function, then what you are left with is to make the subject. Then you've got your answer. So either you are finding the angle or the length, the first step is use the right function, either sine, cos, or tan. Okay. Now, the third revision recap we want to do, bearings. We've done videos of bearings. We've talked about bearings. Okay. We said bearings are measured from the north and they are measured clockwise. Okay, if you have a clock, an analog clock in your house, that is how it goes. It goes clockwise that way. Okay, that way and back. That way and then all back. The angle is measured from the north. Okay, so at 12 noon, you go to 1 a.m. at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., then all the way back to 12, and then you start all over again. Okay, so you have to measure it clockwise from the north, and your answer should always be in 3 figures. So you shouldn't have 65 degrees, and like SOHCAHTOA question, and leave it at 65 degrees in a bearing question. If you got 65 degrees in a bearing question, your answer should be 065 degrees. Okay. So I have some examples here. So 10 degrees is 010 degrees. 25 is 025. 100 is 100 degrees, etc. So 135 degrees. Thank you. Up to 360 degrees. Okay. Now today we want to look at the angle of elevation and the angle of depression. Okay. So assuming you are at the foot of stairs and you lift your eyes up, okay, that is your angle of elevation here. Okay, that's the angle of elevation. Or you are at the foot of the mountain and you lift your eyes up, or you are just outside and you are looking at the plane in the sky, okay, or a flying object in the sky. That is your angle of elevation. Okay. Then, assuming you are at the top of the mountain and you look down, okay, that will be your angle of depression here. This one here. Now, this angle of elevation and that angle of depression, they alternate, and we've done things on alternating angles, okay, or Z angles. Look at it, Z angles, okay. So we apply alternating angles a lot when we are doing angle of elevation and angle of depression questions. That is when you are looking down, okay, because the floor and the top, we assume an imaginary parallel line, okay. So at the foot of the stairs, you are standing outside and you lift up your eyes, okay. All those are angle of elevation. This angle here, please follow my notes here. You are at the top of an elevator and you are looking downward. That will be your angle of depression, okay. Or at the top of the stairs and you're asking somebody to come up, that will be your angle of depression here, okay. There, that is my diagram. So for instance, if you have a question and you know the angle of depression, okay, you can use that angle. If you are supposed to find the angle of elevation, you can use that angle as the angle of elevation because they alternate, and then you can find the height or how far you are away from the perpendicular height, okay, your imaginary perpendicular height, okay. So let's have a quick look at an example, and we'll leave today and then we'll come back tomorrow. I'll get you some more examples, okay. So, example, a road ramp is 400 centimeters long. Assuming they gave you unit as meters, and then you have another unit in centimeters, then you have to change one. Okay, I'd rather change this centimeter into, no, I'd rather change the meters into centimeter. Okay, or assuming they restrict you and ask you to change it and leave your answer in meters or centimeters, then you follow that example, you follow the instruction. A road ramp is 400 centimeters long and 29 centimeters high. Okay, so you have a road ramp. Okay, it's in the middle of the road. You have this elevation here. Okay, 400 centimeters, and then you have an imaginary right angle triangle. Okay, and then that imaginary right angle triangle is 29 centimeters. So from the middle straight up to the middle of the ramp is 29 centimeters. Okay. If the ramp is safe for wheelchair users, okay, these are questions that they can also ask you for scooter users, for bicyclists, okay, for motorbikers. If the ramp is safe for wheelchair users, the angle marked X, this angle, so this will be our angle of elevation, okay, must be 4 degrees or less. Okay, so will it be safe? That is basically what they are asking you. Okay, so if it's not safe and you got an answer greater than 4 degrees, then it won't be safe. Even if it is 0.1, 4.1, or 0.1 more than the answer, then it won't be safe for a wheelchair user, because you don't want a wheelchair user to fall in the middle of the road. Okay. These are things I have to say. In the classroom, the kids don't get to say that because they have a lot to deal with. Okay. But here, I can say it because immediately you can connect the question to your daily life, then half of your problem is solved. Okay. Now, so you have opposite over a of x. So I know the opposite here. Okay. I have a hypotenuse. So to find x, okay, I use the opposite over the hypotenuse. So the function I'm going to use here is sine. So sine x will be 29 over 400. Okay, and x is our angle of elevation. So I have it here. Now 29 over 400, if you use the calculator, will be 0.0725. So sine x will be the sine inverse of 0.0725. Okay, so x, which is this angle of elevation, will be 4.2, which is greater than 4 degrees by 0.2. Okay, so it means because it's greater than 4 degrees, that ramp will not be safe for wheelchair users. So if you want it to be safe, then the people who are constructing the road have to come up with a way of putting up a ramp less than 4 uh, degrees. 4 degrees, not 4 meters, please. And in questions like this, leave your answer, especially angle questions, leave your answer to 1 decimal, please. So it won't be safe for wheelchair users because of this 0.2 extra on top of the 4. Okay. Now, please, if you can't hear me, but you can hear me as for subscribers, then I don't know. Okay, so don't waste your time here. I really feel strong about that. I don't want to waste your time. But whatever I'm giving you, I want it to go and help other people. So, and don't make the platform toxic. We don't want anybody to come and make our platform toxic. So if you can hear, find somebody where else to go, so that those who can hear can have room to hear. Okay, so that can help those people. Thank you very much. One more thing. There was a question yesterday, turn off something. I left it in the comment section. Instead of 9, I said A. So if you are watching the video before this one, note that, okay? Please subscribe, share, like, and follow. Okay, and please follow my newsletter script. And then take care of yourself online. Thank you very much for watching today's video with me, and I'll see you in the next.